This is my experience of working with Ho'oponopono as taught by E. Haleakala Hulin and Joe Vitale. I recently started with this prayer as a method of surrender, and I really recommend it if you are struggling, especially with ways to surrender. You know that you should, and that if you can make room for the divine, it will come in. But how do you do that? What's a practical way to do that? This prayer can be used as a mantra, or it can be used more thoughtfully, and I'll share with you my experience of it. And the prayer is very simple. It's 4 lines. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And the prayer can be used in so many ways, actually. And what I love about it is that you don't have to struggle to do it correctly. It's very forgiving in that regard. And I find if you spend time just chanting the mantra, your mind becomes free. And by that I mean the thoughts that enter in, which are the product of the emotions that have become trapped in your body, those emotions come out as thoughts in your mind because they're there to get your loving attention. And you may not know what to do with them. And so this is what I do. I just hit them with I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And implicit in those words is the idea that you're grateful for every experience life has brought you. I'm sorry, difficult experience that you're having. I didn't know you were there for my highest good. I may not know what the lesson is in there, but I acknowledge you're here for my highest good, and I'm open to the awareness that I might get about that, any insights I might get about that. And you'll find that the insights start to come. Please forgive me. Forgive me, beautiful self. Forgive me, divinity, for not knowing that you're always there for my highest good, and that I misperceived this difficult situation as a hard time in my life that's not fair. Thank you, thank you, thank you for continuing to teach me in every moment who I am, who I really am. I love you. As I affirm that I love you, difficult situation, difficult person, difficult relationship, as I affirm that I love you, I'm asking for more. I can handle more. I'm aware that everything is here to help me. And this is no different. And so as you chant this prayer, these insights will come to you, what the amends are that you can make for your responsibility in the situation. Because the idea behind Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian word, ho'o means to make, and pono means right. Oh, but it's ponopono, so it's right, right. It's to make right, right. To make right twice, because you need to make it right within yourself. And as within, so without. As you make it right within yourself, it will begin to be reflected in the outer world effortlessly. Because the idea behind Ho'oponopono is that you are the universe. Everything that is in the external world is an objectification of the energy that resides and abides within you and within me. But it's not a co-creation. It's different from that, because if I take 100% responsibility and I call it a co-creation, that allows me to abdicate some of my responsibility. And if I take 100% of responsibility for everything that happens in the world, that's a very powerful position to be in, to have the awareness that I can control the energy that's expressed in my outside world. It sounds like a huge burden, actually. It sounds terrible. Why would anyone want that? I'm responsible for terrorism and for wars and for famine and for families suffering and for abuse, for sex trafficking. I'm responsible for all that. If I know that the only fulfillment of my responsibility is to turn my attention toward my own heart, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for not being aware of the enormous power that resides within this temple. this divine power that is expressed in my body and expressed in your body. Our incarnations are God's great desire to express God's self in form. And so we all do have this incredible power within us. But it's not like we can point a finger and say, no more famine, no more suffering, no more any of that. Maybe that's in the future. Maybe I should work on that. But in the meantime, I know that I'm doing the best that I can for the world, for all of the difficult situations in the world, when I take my 100% responsibility and put my attention on my own beautiful heart that is not simply connected to all hearts of the world, but is all hearts of the world. And as I heal the energy within my own heart, all hearts are healed. And we're all invited to do this. And so I invite you to start the practice of this prayer. You'll find every time the difficult thoughts arise, or any thoughts, I don't even want to judge them as difficult because they're beautiful thank you thoughts. I love you. I love you. And especially when you're sitting in meditation, a thought is coming in. My body knows that I'm sitting down and taking this time to give attention to my own heart. And so my heart begins to open. It begins to know and begins to trust that I will always be there for my heart. And I'll never abandon it ever again. That's my pledge. And so I hope that you will consider stepping into this beautiful energy. It's such an exciting gift of Ho'oponopono, of I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Beautiful. And I am 100% responsible for all creation that I am aware of. And so if you will type your problem or perceived difficulty in the comments below, I take them on as my 100% responsibility, as we're all invited to do. But I can't help but think we could cheat a little and help each other and become responsible for the creation that's in our world. So much love.